Ready to roll with the Parkers? So we are at Hords Creek Lake, Coleman. We were here about 2 years ago, full-time RVing, when we had that huge, dangerous electrical storm, the thunderstorm. So we have a few thunderstorms in our visit this week, and so far they've been hit and miss. It's starting to sprinkle right now, but you know Dwight, he's about to barbecue, and we won't put our entire week together until after we get home. But we did drive around yesterday and do a little videotape of Hords Creek Lake Coleman camping area, so that if anybody ever wants to come to the small town of Coleman, Texas, they can come visit this beautiful place. Let's get a... What you gonna make for lunch today?
Well, I'm trying to save you some trouble and do a little bit of cooking myself, so you don't have to do it all. I'm just gonna grill up some burgers, and we can put baked beans in a pan on the grill, or
Sounds like
simple.
a plan. Let's just cook the rest of them. That way we don't have to do it tomorrow in case it rains again. We need the rain. The lake is extremely low, as you will see in this video. So we hope that you enjoy this tour of Lake Coleman, Hords Creek. Let's see what Ronnie's doing. Oh, there he is. See if I can get down low enough. Whoops. There he is. He's taking a nap. We hope y'all enjoy this tour of Lake Coleman. Okay, so we've just entered the gate, and our first sites we're going to see are 63 through 77. I believe that sites 63 through 77 are all full hookups. For the most part, we'll be filming this through the window, so hopefully it's not too dirty. 68 through 77 is the first loop. I do have the wind muff on, so if we need to roll down the window, you can. Every site down here is either a pull-through or a back-in with a covered picnic table. Some are on the side of the road, and some are like what you see here. This is one of my favorite spots. I think this is site 73. You can see it is fully surrounded by trees, and it is in the shade all day. Others you'll see are on the sides of the road here. You have a nice view of the lake, which unfortunately is only 29% full. Here's the dam for Hords Creek, Coleman Lake. People out playing games, have their dogs. Boat ramps are closed, fishing docks are closed. You can see how terribly low the lake is.
Somebody said, I don't know if you can see it, I think there's one fishing dock over there open. By the dam is what, when I called, the lady says the one by the dam is open.
There it is right there, and you can see, and unfortunately it's also out of the water. This is the opposite side where we camped 2 years ago. are a lot of really nice, large trees to provide a good amount of shade for most of these spaces.
You don't want to be right on the water. 73 is a nice spot.
73 is a great spot, like Dwight just said, if you don't really want to be up on the water. You're a little bit a ways from the men's and women's room, which is right at the end of this path here. Dwight and I are currently camped right there, space number 63. We are at 7:03. The sun is about to set, and we needed to do this tour today because unfortunately there are thunderstorms every single day for the rest of the week. But on that note, all the thunderstorms that have been scheduled so far have missed us. Here is one shelter, which is a large area for picnickers to come for day use. 2 large barbecue pits and a volleyball court. Dwight and I right here at space 63. These sites are full hookup. They are mostly all pull-through sites, what you see here and here, of course with the view of the lake. Everything across from you is open, no camping, just beautiful views. Some of the spaces, like what you see here, space 66, is parking literally just on the side of the street with your full hookups, just like what you see here. Space 67 with a full-on view of the lake right in front of you. This is a beach area where when the lake is full, they have it roped off specifically for swimming. There's no fishing, no pets, no parking.
It's the boat dock.
Boat dock is closed.
And you can loop around after you put your boat in the water.
That's a great spot if you want to aim your chair right at the lake in the shade. As you can see, nice covered picnic tables, fire ring, and a fire grill. There's even a water fountain right there. The water is in ground. It's not like a tall pedestal where you can just twist your water hose to. It's actually down in the ground. So here we are. It's a wonderful sight. We've enjoyed a lot of time sitting outside in the shade of the tree or early mornings for coffee. We're right across from the restrooms and a couple of dumpsters. Straight ahead this way is your exit. A lot of these fields do have some wildflowers left in them. I can tell that we missed the bluebonnets. The leaves of the bluebonnets are here, but the bluebonnets themselves are not. But if you look closely, you can still see quite a few yellow flowers, which are very pretty. This is one of Dwight's favorite parks because of all the trees.
I like it because it's big and has lots of open fields with beautiful oak trees and lots of wildflowers.
And you can see some deer in here frequently.
And even though you may be camping pretty close to somebody, you can get out here and you can look at the woods.
I don't know what these sites are. I don't see any numbers, but here are a few spaces over here.
I think there's an entrance over here.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully we'll have the numbers of the sites.
There are a lot of deer that come in and out of these areas here. But you can just see the vast amounts of just beautiful
56
scenery.
through 62.
Spaces 56 through 62 greet you with these beautiful yellow wildflowers.
In this big open field.
Look at this large open field you have. Here begin the spaces. Again, these are not full hookups. This is just electric and water, and they're all back-end spaces, most of them. Again, with covered picnic tables, fire ring, and a fire grill. Look at the size of all the shade trees. Definitely each site has a lot of trees. That is one definitely beautiful thing. This site's nice. Look at there. Direct view of the lake, which should be all the way up.
Almost up.
It should be all the way up here, and it's all the way down there.
Yeah.
That's sad. You can see the beach up here in the yellow markers right here. That's usually where the water is. So you can definitely see the lack of rain this area has received. And also, this is a very nice site.
Actually, those yellow things normally float.
Yeah, they're usually floating in the
Where
water.
that shows you the outline of the swimming area that's reserved for swimmers.
And you're also exiting with a beautiful field of yellow wildflowers. We're going to head to the side now where Dwight and I camped 2 years ago. I believe it was the same time of year.
Do you want me to go up and down the way I know, or
Go the way you know, or
See-
whichever way you feel like
Let's see
going.
if we can get there this way. Why not? We may find something we missed the other day.
And fly by the seat of our pants, which is always fun. Something I tend to do. Sorry about the sun. There are just miles and miles and miles of, we call them trails. You can get on your bicycle and literally ride the same roads that we're riding here. And the last time we were here, we brought our bikes and we were just all over the place. It was awesome. We didn't bring our bikes this time because
It was supposed to rain.
they had thunderstorms in the forecast all 7 days that we were here. So we just decided that we'd sit, and Dwight will stop for a second. I'm going to open the window and show you these wildflowers here. I don't know that the camera will do it justice, but here is a big, beautiful open field just filled with Indian blankets and black-eyed Susans. Just as far as the eye can see, look at all the trees, the cactuses, the wildflowers. It's just vast amounts of green fields and beautiful scenery out here. So if you ever come, they have a great map online that shows you what sites are full hookup, what sites are by the water. This is shelter number 6.
It's a group shelter.
And
like
it has, how many hookups, Dwight?
Looks like 3.
It has 3 hookups. That means 3 large RVs can park here. The building itself has big dinette tables in there, and I think
A kitchen.
a kitchenette. I think it has, sinks, refrigerator, freezer, things like that. I'm thinking. And then looks like we have more.
46 through 55. There's 9 sites down here. Did you want to go down?
We can show them, sure. 46 through 55. Again, there's your view of the lake. I hope y'all can see through these windows and through this phone. We're trying to give you a great tour of this beautiful campground in Coleman, Texas. Camera may not show it, but here again, you're greeted by a beautiful, colorful field of the wildflowers. April and May, even though you'll most likely see some rain and thunderstorms, are some beautiful months to visit. Trees on both sides, canopy your drive down these sites. Again, back-end spaces with electric and water, covered picnic tables, and look at, there are some spaces still down here on this loop, which I think,
And no, oh, there's one camper down here.
I was gonna say there's no one here, but yep, there is one camper here. And look at the beautiful views of the lake that you're going to get here. This would be a wonderful site here if all you need is electric and water. This is space 49. I mean, you're looking right at that lake. Space 50, the same. These are all great spots. Space 51. And this is space 52, which has a camper in it. They have the whole place to themselves. What magnificent views, especially when the lake is full. However, even with the lake being this low, the person camped down the road from us has been fishing every day, and he is catching a lot of crappie. This is space 53. Ooh, look at those big rocks. I want to get out and get those rocks. And 54. Again, all back-end sites with water, electricity.
Grill, fire pits, most of them.
And 55 is your last one, and you're surrounded by open fields on both sides. Just look at your views,
You
no
know,
matter where you are.
If the lake was up, there might even be water down in here.
I don't doubt it. When you come in, you are greeted by somebody at the gate, and they give you an orange sticker to put on your car, which you keep on the entire time that you're here. And when you exit the park, you can come back into the park, and they will raise the gate for you. These guys are all fancy and have a satellite dish. One thing to mention is that the Wi-Fi out here is terrible. Sometimes you cannot use your telephone. Sometimes you have no internet at all.
Certain spots.
However, we had really bad trouble the last time we were here. I think we were in space 26, which we'll show you here momentarily. But the space that we're in now, space number 63 on the full hookup side, we have had no problem with internet, no problem with telephone service. All of our TV stations come in. We just bring our own hotspot, is it called?
We have a AT&T hotspot. I did a speed test when we got here, and it was running around 12 to 14 megabits a second, which is not bad.
Considering what we had last time, it was terrible. We had to go to the grocery store to use our phone. So I highly suggest bringing your own Wi-Fi, your own hotspot.
There's a couple of deer.
Look. Where are they?
Right there.
Oh, we are coming up on some deer. But will you guys look at that magnificent tree? Absolutely beautiful. Stunning.
Here's another group shelter. I can't even count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Group Shelter 7 has hookups for 13 RVs, so bring all your friends. 13 campers with water and electrical hookups.
Look at that grill.
And look at the massive grill. Let me roll down the window. Good time to check out the wind muff. Unfortunately, I'm as zoomed in as I can be. Group shelter number 7, it may be reserved, and there's 2 massive grills over there to do all your cooking.
Well, that's picnic tables.
All of the picnic tables are covered. This is just a beautiful spot. If you have 13 friends with RVs, bring their families out. Look at all the beautiful trees that you have, and look what you're surrounded by. Just beautiful amounts. Now, if you look real closely, you'll see some deer right here under
I'm
this
gonna
tree.
go real slow, try not to spook them off.
Aren't they beautiful?
We just passed spot 45. It's okay. It's not too bad. Here by the big group shelter, there's another shower and
Shower room, bathrooms. Men's and women's restrooms have usually 2 toilets and 2 showers each. And during bad weather, which the last time we were here, we did come running to the bathroom and hide in them because I was scared out of my mind with the electrical storm that we were in.
This is 44. It's not too bad.
Look at these beautiful, large, shaded spots. Again, water and electric, and they're back in.
And this is 43. Here's the overflow and excess parking. Should you have too many people in your party.
If you know a lot of people, have a lot of friends, they can park right here and come see you. We don't have any
This
friends.
one
No,
is-
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I like number 42.
42.
It's not, well, it's all right. I guess if it's the last one available.
No, actually, this was the last
Oh,
one.
this is worse.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
But no spot here is too bad because look what your view is. And there's nothing wrong with putting out a couple of chairs looking at this.
Well, here's another boat ramp, so
And we already know that it's closed,
It's
so we won't go
closed.
down there.
I'm not going to go down that road. It's 200 feet down there to the boat ramp, which under normal circumstances might be available.
Ronnie's mad because I put the camping chairs back there and he doesn't have a lot of room. Look at the beauty. Look at all the wilderness out here that you have to enjoy.
Here's another area of dumpsters and a dump station.
Yes, they have a lot of dump stations with dumpsters, so everything is convenient for you. Even the dump stations have pretty views. When you have to do the dirty work, you can look at something pretty. There's a little bit of water down there. You may not be able to see it through the window. Looks like a little pond, and it should be a huge lake. So be sure you check. They have online, you can check the lake levels before you come. Hords Creek
I knew the
Lake
lake was
Coleman.
open. I don't come for the water.
Yeah, we don't come. We know we can see the lake, and that's good enough for us. And we just come for the just gorgeous scenery. Massive amounts of just oaks everywhere, and deer and flower, cactus. And I'm not kidding. We've seen people on their electric bikes and on their mopeds and just
There's a
coming
couple-
through here.
There's a couple of people coming down the hill. They're moving pretty fast. I think they've got electric bikes.
Yeah, definitely electric bikes. And they're having the time of their lives going up and down these hills, and just, you can go see everything. Now over here, both to our right and to our left, maybe Dwight will stop and let me put the phone out the window. You can look at these beautiful wildflowers. Speaking of which, here comes 2 electric bikes headed right towards us.
We think they're.
Would you guys look at this? Beautiful Indian blankets, Indian paintbrush, people riding their electric bikes here, enjoying life. And what a beautiful day it is. What spectacular views. There are a lot of yucca plants out here.
Prickly pear cactus. Mesquite, oak, cedar.
We actually, 2 years ago, we were right across from the fishing dock, and I went fishing and met a couple of people there, Dennis and Raquel. And we became such good fishing buddies with them the 2 weeks that we were here. We actually still keep in contact with them and hope that we can get together with them again. Now, there's another entrance down here, which is the second entrance, but don't take it. Why? Because the road is closed. You'll see that there's a shelter here, but right here you'll see road closed. And we've got 2 empty volunteer spaces up here. 2 years ago when Dwight and I came, we passed the first entrance because we knew we were somewhere down here, and we came and it said the road was closed. I got out and walked all the way up here. There were volunteers here at the time. They do have a few openings, as you can see. But luckily, somebody was on their little go-kart and came down and asked if we needed help. And I said, well, we have a reservation, but it says the road is closed. And he said, well, you need to use the first entrance. Boy, were we relieved, because it was about to start thunderstorming. We still needed to get set up. We still needed to find our space. But this is what the volunteers get, you guys. Look at this.
Storage shed.
Covered shelter for their RV, covered shelter for their vehicle, 2 storage sheds, a covered picnic table, fire ring, and a grill. If you want to volunteer at an Army Corps of Engineers park at Lake Coleman, give them a call. Because they get some very nice covered spots for their volunteers. Screened shelters and group shelters 1 through 5 are straight ahead. And we have group shelter number 3 way down there. We won't go down there because it's quite a ways off. But it's just a large group shelter like the rest of them.
Isn't that the one down there that...
I think we rode our bicycle to it.
Yeah, that we rode our bikes to.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge... But look at these views. Not the trash cans, but beyond. Just the magnificence of it all is just overwhelming at how beautiful it is out here. I mean, who doesn't want this for their front yard for a week or 2, right? You can camp here for 2 weeks before you have to go. I say put 2 weeks in your wife's name and then put 2 weeks in your husband's name. Stay here a month at 2 different spots. Now here is a rock shelter. This is shelter number 1. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 electrical and water hookups with a covered 6 picnic tables, of course, inside that building, I believe, are a kitchen. There's a volleyball court right there. You're surrounded by beautiful, beautiful scenery. A variety of birds, deer, great fishing if the lake is up. Here you're going to start seeing what they call screened shelters. Now all that's inside of these screened buildings is a large picnic table, but you can move them up against the wall and there is room for a queen-size air mattress in there. Here you see a very nice playground for the children with that soft, cushy, squishy black ground. Sure. Here we have sites 13
there
through
is
15.
2 electrical outlets and an electric light inside of these shelters. And the screening is good enough to keep out mosquitoes. That's really what you have to worry about in the summer, you know, flies.
Here's what the screened-in shelters look like.
Linda will go show you what it's like.
Test out the wind muff.
Normally this has a better view of the lake.
Yes, it's so sad. The lake is so low. I really love all these large rocks that are around a lot of the sites. You can see how low that lake is. Usually it's way up here by the brown dirt. I mean, it's just so sad how low this is. So here you have your group shelter. Obviously you have your fire ring. Your RV goes here with your electric and your water. Each of these rocks, I'd say, suffices as wonderful seating, surrounded by some beautiful, beautiful trees. This is screened in all the way so that no mosquitoes can get in. See, this can be pushed all the way back. You can put a couple of air mattresses in here if you want. Covered, you're protected from the weather. Now, if the rain comes in sideways, you may get wet. But lots of room. You have your electrical outlets, a light, your enclosed table unit guideline. You've got this beautiful view. I mean, can you imagine when the deer are out here and you can just sit in here and watch them? And then here's another sheltered site. So if you bring family members, you've got your RV, you can set up a screen room here with your air mattresses, your air beds in here. You can put your air beds in there, walk down here, go fishing. It's just sad at how low the lake is. Gosh, it was so high when we were here last time. And this was just teeming with so many deer. And there's more of the same down this way. There's that group shelter up there. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. Hey, buddy. Do you want to go back the other way we just came out to show where we were 2 years ago, or are we going to keep going this way?
We don't really need to keep going this way. It's all basically just...
It's basically all this right here.
all this, and
I don't know how many spots it continues to go down.
there is a restroom down there, and there might even be a couple of regular campsites down there.
It's just starting to get dark, so we're going to turn and go the other way
Yeah,
where we
we're
were
gonna-
camping 2 years ago.
We're going to try to get everything in.
Now, I'm not sure if this is the same week, but we were here in May, and every space was filled, so I don't know why it is so empty this year.
Well, it is middle of the week, so...
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting what day it is. It's Wednesday. Most people are here on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Again, this beautiful field of wildflowers.
So the best lightning storm I've ever seen.
Oh God, it scared the heck out of me. We'll link our stay at Lake Coleman. We caught a lot of fish though, and we gave them away. Because we usually catch and release, we don't save our fish. Here are two people that are going fishing. Yesterday the fishing dock was closed, and it does look like it's closed again today.
Yeah, but you can sit down on the bank and fish.
Now
all
there's
you
where we
want.
were fishing 2 years ago. We were at that fishing dock every day that it wasn't storming. We watched one guy back his RV right into this tree right here.
This tree right here.
And put a hole through his roof.
He pushed the ladder in the back.
Pushed the ladder right through his RV, and he just let it sit there with the hole in
and
it.
He left.
And he left because he couldn't camp in it. It rained inside that RV, and I think we were right there, weren't we? Right here. The second one.
I can look. I think it was 23. Let me look at this one.
I thought it was 26, but no, 26 is one of my favorites. Probably 23 or 21.
I think it was 23.
We were in one of these spaces here because literally we were right across. I loved space 26, which is right here. It's a pull-through site, and it goes up high, and you have, boom, access to the lake. And what beautiful views this is. And didn't we find a little sneaky thing that we didn't know? That's something over here. We found that there are a couple of full hookups on this side.
Over here.
And I forget, we were just here looking around yesterday or the day before, and we said we're going to use this space next time. But I don't remember which one it was.
28.
28? Okay,
we'll
show them.
Liked.
I mean, look at these people here. They've got just instant lake view.
And it's got this little shelter across from 28.
So here's another one. This is a pull-through site, so you would just pull in right here, and you've got a shelter, and boom, right on the lake. This is the one we like. Let me show you a little secret. I'll get out and show you. See, this is a pull-through site. But would you guys look what we found? I wish we would have known this. We didn't know this last time. This is space number 28. Look how nice and level it is. Perfect for your RV. Covered picnic table. Beautiful fire ring. Right? There's your electric and water. And what is this? Hello. Look. Sewer hookups. Oh my goodness. We had no idea. So this is a full hookup site. I mean, you have the sunset here. You've got the lake right here. You can just walk right down and go fishing. You've got the fishing docks over here when they're opened. Look at this beautiful site. You know, and look. Restrooms back there. There are, on the weekends, these spaces will probably be full. But it's a fun campground. It's a beautiful campground. I mean, look at the glorious views, the splendid sunset. Even if you don't catch any fish, even if you can't go out in the water in your kayak, you can go for a lot of walks, bike rides. It's just beautiful. Oh, I'm going to have to hold my hand on this one to get in. There we go. All right. So obviously we can't give you every single site, but look up online, Army Corps of Engineers, Hords Creek Lake, Coleman. Look at the map.
29. It's nice. It's not as level though.
Nowhere near as level. It's kind of rickety looking. But see how all of these are then pull-through sites. You come in here and you just hook up there. Very easy. I like it when you can just pull right through. Here's another pull-through site. And then you start getting your back end sites again. But look at the view. Can you imagine when the lake is full, you just go right down there and start fishing? This is space number 5. I like all of these spaces too. I bet you that tree has some stories to tell. Space number 4.
Number 1 down here too, didn't you?
Yes, number 1 was right next to the little swimming area. Look at this beautiful trip to the bathroom, you guys. All these large rocks. There's a restroom right there on top of the hill. Space number 1. This is where it all starts. And There's a beautiful little, they call it a little beach down here. And look, they've got all this wonderful covered seating for you to come out and watch everybody swim. But unfortunately, see those yellow? Those things are usually floating in the water. How sad. I hope that they get some rain. I don't mind the rain, I just don't want the tornadoes in the hill. Another field of wildflowers to say hello, how are you today? Ooh, a few bluebonnets struggling to hang on, but they're doing their thing. And all the rocks. Now, I think that they have camping even on the opposite side of the lake, but I don't think we're going to
Well, the map,
walk or drive over there.
the map had on one little area it said closed, so I didn't know if it's just that one little road or the whole camping on that side is closed.
So I think we'll just go back to our site right now. It is getting dark. I wasn't sure if we were going to drive back into town and get a strawberry and a chocolate shake or not. Probably not.
I'm not sure how late they serve those, babe.
If it doesn't rain tomorrow, maybe we'll go back into town.
I'll go in there even if it is raining.
They have a great little place to eat downtown. It's called, I think, at the Owl Pharmacy and Prescription or something like that. We filmed it today. We went there and had great sandwiches. And it's like an old-fashioned soda fountain. Now look, here's one of those group shelters, and look at all the campers. What a great opportunity to look at all these hippie vans. Look at all of this.
1, 2, 3, 4 trailers down here camping.
Some of them are painted psychedelic. How neat. So they've got 4 friends down here, all with campers. They may have more coming for the weekend, and they're all using that group shelter, that group setup. I mean, if you like to camp with friends and large families, there you go. Good chance for all of you to be together and have covered shelter and a kitchen and, you know, I don't even know, is there a bathroom in there? That'd be awesome if there was. But look at the amount of space that you get all to yourselves. You know, you get a little volleyball court, all this parking. And then more open space on the other side. I don't think you can get any better than that. If you come during the week, you've probably got the place all to yourselves.
Pretty close to it.
There are just a ton of scissortail out here. I've seen a lot of scissortail, a lot of white-winged doves, some other kind of dove. I don't remember what they're called. I've never heard of it before, but my phone bird app picked it up. Look at this, you guys. You can just ride your bike down here every day, or take a walk with your dog or your cat or just yourself. I mean, look at that spot. How secluded is that? That's just all by itself right there. Oh, these are the volunteer sites. No wonder they're secluded. I thought. These are the volunteer sites. Look what they get, you know, covered. I wouldn't be half as afraid of the electrical storms that they have out here if I had that big cover over my RV. You know, we all worry about the hail hitting our skylights and stuff. But, and the moon is coming out. I don't know if you can see it up there. And on that note, is that everything? Did we show them everything?
We have been down everything pretty much on this side, except that one
There's
group
the
shelter
sunset.
way back in the back there.
I'm going to keep the camera on until we hit that field of beautiful wildflower. I'll stop, get out, and show you one image.
We might see some deer or a roadrunner.
Oh, we did see a roadrunner yesterday, but we couldn't get the camera focused on it as it ran into a large group of trees. It was a beautiful, big, healthy roadrunner. They're so beautiful, and they've got roadrunners out here. I love roadrunners. One thing I keep looking for and gratefully have not seen are snakes. Now, let's stop right here. We'll say goodbye with this beautiful view. And if I see any deer or anything spectacular, I'll turn the phone back on. But would you guys look at this? There's your sun setting. Look at all this beautiful cacti. Some of the cactuses out here are in bloom. Look at the magnificent structure of that tree. I'm sure it's several trees, but that's okay. Absolutely magnificent. And on that note, we'll say goodbye from our tour of Hords Creek at Lake Coleman. I hope that you can come out and enjoy this beautiful place one day for a week or two. Thanks for joining us on this tour. God bless.